Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Alex Builds. Today we have got stage 14 of Hero Collector's Build Your Own Ghostbusters Ecto1. So stage 14, this is the last one of this delivery. Let me show you what we get. So these are the parts we get in here. As you can see, quite a few little bits in there to do today. And this is stage 14 here. We're doing the left front suspension and brake drum. So we're assembling the lower suspension arm down here. And we're constructing the upper suspension arm here. And then we're going to be adding them to the frame down there. And then we're going to start the brake drum and build that and attach that to the frame, and then we're going to be fitting the shock absorbers to the suspension, and then we're going to be fitting the steering rack to one side, and that is pretty much it. It doesn't look like a lot, but there is quite a few little steps mixed in here that we've got to do, and that is the last one of this booklet and of this delivery. I do have the next delivery and I'll show you that, and this is what we get for coming up in the next delivery. So as you can see, there is a few steps to do, so let's get these parts out of the packaging and start building. Okay, so this is the first part we're going to need, and this is part 14A, and this is the left hand side. It should be signified with an L just here, right there. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need this part here and this part here as well, and we're going to secure that to there with some EM screws. So let me get some EM screws. I'm going to preload them into this part, which I think will be easier rather than trying to hold that in. So just to get them started, just in there, and then we'll get that other part in. So that's them preloaded in, ready to go, as you can see on there. Alright, so let's get this part in. We want the side with the L facing up, and this should also have an L on it on the top, just here, and that's going to go in there. So now we can start securing this in. I've put that screw in just a little too far, back it out just a touch, just so I can get this in. Right, now we can screw this in on both sides. These screws do go in really easy. I've seen a lot of people using oil to make their life easier screwing in, but this is going in really nice at the moment, so haven't had to do that yet. But at least we know it's there if we need it. We can always get a bit of oil and just lubricate the threads. So that's what you should have, just like that, after the first step. Okay, so next we're going to need this cone shaped piece here, and there was two other sets of screws that I overlooked. We have GP screws and HM screws as well, so make sure you've got them in there. For a second there I thought I didn't have them, but I do have them. We're going to need GP screws first to secure this in. So all we're going to need is one GP screw, which is really small, and it's going to go straight down the back in this hole just here, and that will secure that on. It can be a bit fiddly to hold and screw because it will try and spin, but if you put a bit of pressure on the actual cone piece to stop it spinning, it should go in nicely, something like that. And that's this part done for now, so we're going to put this to the side for a moment, and we're going to bring in this section here, and this has also got an L on the top, so we want to turn this over because we want to work with it this way, and we're going to need EM screws, two of these, and I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to preload these in either side. Being careful not to overdo the thread, trying to get it as straight as I can. Just like that. And then there's one other section that looks very similar to the first, but this time it's got a hole going all the way through. We're going to need that one. That's going to go just in there. and then we can start securing this in. Very similar to the first couple of steps we did. So make sure you line up the holes and start screwing basically. Just get it started. There we go. Now it's not going to fall out on me. I can screw this side in, just like that, and then retighten this side up. Just like that. And that's what you should have when you've done those two sections. So now we're going to need to bring back our frame. So as I said before, I'm going to install this section first. So I'll get our frame up, which is just here. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to flip back to the page where it asked me to fit this in, and we're going to need an EM screw, which I do have one here, so I'm going to use that. Get this out. Right, I'm going to use one of these EM screws because we always get one spare. This is going to go just down here, right here, just in front of this last little notch, and it's going to be facing in the ways. Just there. Turn that round a bit and we'll try get a good angle for you so you can see. It's a bit gutted last week when I didn't have this part in there, but got it now, so quite happy. Right, now that's that part installed, and we can move back on with the steps. So that's what it should have looked like last week. So next we're going to bring in this section here, and this is going to go in the larger part of this. So we're going to need 2 more EM screws, and I'm going to do exactly the same again because this seems to be working right out. I remember doing this with a DeLorean, and it wasn't the easiest to hold if you're trying to screw one side in and then the other, so whilst trying to hold the part in as well was quite fiddly. So doing it this way is a lot better. Preloading the screws, don't screw them all the way through, just until they bite and they're not going to fall out like that. Right, so we want this way up, and this one this way up, and then we can slide them in and basically screw them together. If you do not screw it in straight, back it off and then we start doing it again, and it should go in nice and straight. That's one side, and now we'll just finish off the other side just here. And screws in this are nowhere near as bad as the DeLorean. Some of the screws, when you're screwing into metal, especially in the DeLorean, terrified the screws are going to round or snap, but seem perfectly fine in this one, and that's what we should have up to this point. Okay, so now we're going to bring back the part that we made moments ago, and this is going to go on this side, which is the left hand side, and drop. We've got the 2 pegs here, and we've got basically 2 peg holes here. That's going to drop straight into there, just like that, and then we can secure this on with HM screws on the opposite side. So let's get some HM screws first. 1 and 2, and then we can flip this over and secure this in down through these 2 holes here. So I'm going to put this one in first, and these M screws do go in so much more better than the DeLorean, I have to say. And that's one in, and let's get the other one. That there. This one's going straight down the other hole. Just that, nice and tight. Make sure this one was tight. I don't think I did it really tight. There we go. That is that side on. So next we're going to bring back this section here. This is the first part that we had, and we're going to put in that, just laying it across here, and then we've got 2 screw holes either side, and that's where we're going to be putting some brackets. Sort of lay that in the middle, and we've got these brackets here, and they are both the same, so it doesn't matter which one you use, and we can drop that onto there. Obviously you want the smaller side to the top and the bigger side to the bottom, so we can clip that in. And this is going to want IM screws for this one. Ooh. Right, let's get these in. Put the second one in first, and then we'll tighten them up. Alright, let's tighten these bad boys up. So you'd have to let me know down in the comment section down below what issue you guys are on, because a lot of people are on different issues and are on different subscription types. So let me know what issue you're on, whether you're in front of me, same issue as me, or behind me. It'd be nice to know. That's the first one in. I'll do exactly the same with the other side. Drop that down there. 2 IM screws again. Put the bottom one in this time, and then the top one. I know it's kind of hard to see this because it's like black on black, but I'm sure once we start getting to the actual detail parts, you'll see a lot more. Again, make sure they're nice and tight, and that's what you should have so far. Okay, so next we're going to start making the brake drum. We're going to need this part here, and this one has 2 holes, one here, and a key section in the middle. And we're also going to need this part here, and this will lock into place with its key slot, just like that. And then we can secure that through the back in the 2 holes with the EM screws. So let's get some EM screws. Just going to move this to the side for a second while we get this on. EM is these 2, and it wants one just top here. Ooh. We see that back in. There's only 2 holes in the back of this one. Let's get the second one in. Just like that. That's what you should have after those steps. And we're going to be bringing in the other drum piece, which is this one here, and this is plastic as well, and this is going to fit over the top of this one. So we want it, how do we want it? Can it fit in multiple ways? That's what we want to know. So we want it with that at the bottom, that at the top, sort of like that. That's the way you want it, with this here and this just to the side. I'm going to need 3 screws, which is HP screws, to these ones right here, right next to me. I think I need to remagnetize my screwdriver because it's screws are starting to fall off it. But it should last for this video, and then I'll redo them. That's why I'm not using my normal screwdriver, because it's lost its magnitude. So, but I just ain't got a magnet left to do it, so I'm gonna have to get some magnets, I think. And there we go. That's what you should have after that section. Okay, so next we're going to need to bring back our frame, and this part here, we want the whole section with a hole to the top, and that's going to sit just over the top of this part. Luckily this part is mobile, so we can move it to a better angle to screw it in, and we're going to use JM screw to get this one in. So as I said before, you want the part to be going over the top, so we can basically put this screw in there. God, that's a nightmare to hold. Right, I think that's as tight as that's going to go. So now we can turn it over. No, we lift it up. Then we're going to be putting our spring inside. That's going to go just there. We can put this back. I actually missed that step out. I can't believe I missed that step out. No, I didn't miss that step out. That's fine. So now we're going to put that across there, just like that. Now we're going to push it down, flip it over, and then another JM screw in the back. So I'm going to get that ready. It's an IM screw in this side. So let's push this down. Push that one down, and then this one is going to locate onto the bottom of there. Just there. Line it up best you can. And then that's that one secure in. That wasn't the easiest to hold, and we've got full movability on there. Looking good so far. Right, so put that to the side. We've got 3 parts left. So we've got this part, which is metal, and I think this one's metal. I think they're all metal. Yeah, so we're going to need the one with the ball end, which will be this one, and we're basically going to screw that to which side? Onto there. So we've got a hole here, line that up, and HM screw this time. Where are the HMs? There they are. Drop that one just through that, and we can secure that one in. Just like that. Couldn't really see that in the instructions, but there you go. That's going to fit into there like that, just in this end, and then we can flip this over, and then we've got a KM screw. That's the one with the flange on it. So let's flip that over. KM screw, and we'll get this in. So the flange is going to help this screw not go through the hole. So it's nice and tight, just like that. And that is nearly it. We've got one more part. Where do you go? Why ain't you used? Or have I missed you? I've missed another one. Can't believe it. I had a nightmare this issue. I've missed a part, which is this one here. Where does this go? This way round here, and this is going to go after I've screwed this one in. Goes through the center hole. Just like that. Thought I'd muck that up then, but no, I'm alright. And a HM screw on the back is needed. So I'm just going to loosen one of these sides off because I did miss that. Or can I squeeze it together? Yeah, I can squeeze it together. Can't believe I missed that in the instructions. There we go. Now we've finished. Can't believe I missed that part out. But the instructions are bundled together, as I'll show you. Sometimes when the instructions are bundled together like that, it is quite easy to miss one of the pictures down here and move to the next one. So obviously when I was doing this and I moved down, I missed this one here. So never mind, we got there in the end. That's it guys, that is issue 14 all complete. Join me next time when we look at issue 15. Did get a little confusing for a couple of minutes there where I missed a part out. I missed it on the instructions. For some reason I just missed it. But yeah, got there in the end, found where it went, and it went in easy enough. So we won't miss that in issue 15 when we do it again in issue 15. So what we got coming up, we've got the Enterprise where we do the painting, light blocking, and we're also going to do some pilot drilling, I think, and the last bit of the prepping before we start building the lights. And then on Friday we're going to start the lights. So we're going to start building a light kit for it to go in inside the Enterprise. So join me for both of them videos. They'll be out over the next couple of days. So if you like this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Till next time guys, take care, bye bye.